Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today. Live Music Nation Podcast Festival Edition. Today we're with Tara Leonard. She's from the Yankton Ribfest. Tara, thanks for joining us.
Hello, good morning.
Tara, let's talk ribs. No, first let's talk you. Tell us a little bit about you. Where'd you grow up? Talk a little bit about your private business and your career up into, we'll work our way into the Ribfest.
Oh, well, thank you for having me, first of all. Well, I grew up in South Dakota, Parkston, South Dakota, a small little town south of Mitchell. And I've been in Yankton for over 27 years. And so I consider Yankton my home now. And been involved with many, many things in Yankton, love the community. And somehow Ribfest fell in my lap.
Hey, there you go. All right, so let's jump in. Tell us what Ribfest is. When does it happen? And what does it look like, feel like, sound like, and smell like?
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, Ribfest is awesome in Yankton because it is the first summer festival of the season. So everybody is ready. With all this snow and cold weather, we get Ribfest started. It's like beginning of summer. And this year it is Saturday, June 10th. It goes from 11 in the morning till midnight. It is downtown Yankton, which we love because it just brings the whole community down there. It feels like just the small town, wonderful family-filled event. We have bands playing throughout the day. We have 4 bands. They start from 11 to 2, 2 to 5, 5 to 8, and 8 to midnight. We have amateur ribbers that come at 7 a.m. and they start cooking. So right about 8 o'clock, you can start smelling everything starting to get going. We have 10 to 15 food vendors that people can buy all sorts of things, including ribs. Then we also have a kids zone with inflatables and face painting and balloon animals. Last year, we started something new. We have a cornhole tournament. Last year we had 22 participants. This year we're hoping to have more. And then new to this year, we are actually bringing in a car show and a motorcycle show. So I tell you what, the whole downtown area is a rockin'.
Man, that's awesome. I think just a rib fest by itself would be fantastic. Ribs and bacon, and I think the world would be happy. Okay, so you did a great job describing. Let's just talk ribs for a little bit. How do you guys decide the winner?
Well, it's an amateur rib contest, and I have usually about 6 selected judges through the community that I ask to participate, and it's a blind judging, so they do not know who the ribbers are. Usually we have about 15 participants in the ribbers. They actually, throughout the day, they can give out little samples and so forth. But at 5 o'clock, we have them put their ribs into a container, and they secretly take the container. We have people that pick it up, and then we take it to a judging area, and the judges get to determine texture, flavor, presentation, and they have a scoring sheet, and they score all the ribs. And then at 6 o'clock, the announcement is made for first and second place. Then we also have a People's Choice Award. So while the judges are tasting all the ribs, we open it up and give little tickets to people, and they go around and they can sample the little ribs and then put their ticket of their favorite rib in there. So we have a People's Choice Award as well.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, Tara, this is a lot of work, but not a festival. A lot of work. How and why do you do it?
You know, I tell you what, I love planning events. I love planning parties. The people call me the party planner, and plus Tara can never say no. So I love for people to have a good time. It is a lot of work. I couldn't do it without the support of volunteers. I have a tremendous amount of volunteers and support. I have a great committee, and you know, it's just important to do. Yankton had it for many years, and there was a couple years that we didn't have it, and it was really missed. And so it's awesome that we can bring it back.
No, I think that's huge. Gosh, you kind of always had this role in your life of events and planning and leadership. To the young girl, to the young boy out there who wants to do something like this when they grow up.
Yeah.
What words of encouragement do you give them? How do they get started?
My first thing is get involved. the first thing you can do is, you know what, if you don't want anything really big, just a little sample of a little bit of volunteer work. Just, you know what, hey, I'm going to come down for a couple hours, see what's going on. I might help pick up garbage. I might help be a runner. Just starting small, getting that feeling of it. And then eventually it just gets bigger and bigger. And you see the excitement that people have, the fun that you have. Being outdoors, like you said, the smell of the barbecue, it all just makes it worthwhile. My favorite is at the end of the night, or close to the night, when there's a whole bunch of people and the last band is playing. I get up on stage and I make that last announcement, and I see that entire crowd filled of people smiling, dancing, having a great time. And right there, it's all worth it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm in live entertainment, I'm in live music, so I always ask these two questions at every interview. Number one, what is the best concert you've ever seen in your entire life?
Well, I would actually, okay, this is going, I'm an 80s child.
Sure.
I would say the best concert, two of them. I have two.
Okay.
The first one would be I saw ZZ Top in concert.
All right.
They were phenomenal. They gave, when I'm a theater person, so if there's a theatrical presentation on stage along with the great music, that's just top notch. And they actually had it. They had an amazing everything. And then that was a long time ago that I saw them. But then recently, when Garth Brooks came to Sioux Falls,
Yep.
we saw him, and that was a 10.
Yeah. All right. Dead or alive, you could bring one musical act to Yankton, South Dakota. Who would you bring?
A person or a style of music? Person?
Person.
Music?
Yep.
Oh,
dead or alive, money not an issue.
Elvis.
Elvis. Yes. That'd be so great. Dude,
Yep.
He'd even have to roll up in his like 1960s bus. That'd be perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, we just watched the movie Elvis, and the actor that portrayed him was phenomenal, but it just made me miss and wish that I could have had an opportunity to see him in concert. That would have been phenomenal.
Yep. Yep. And you never knew what was going on at the time. You know, just the stories,
Yep.
and the stories. It's great. Terry, how do people find out more about Yankton Ribfest?
Well, we have a Yankton Ribfest Facebook where I continually post stuff on there. And then we also have a Yankton website, yanktonribfest.com. And I tell you what, we love volunteers. One thing too is that we could not do it without the help of sponsorships. Right now, I'm in the big recruitment mode for sponsorships. Have them contact me. We definitely need the sponsors to help pay, because this event is free. We don't charge for people to come down to this event. So
perfect. Tara Leonard, Yankton Ribfest. Thanks for being on Live Music Nation podcast. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle